I was wrong about certain things, but I was also wronged, and Wizards fucked up, and they facilitated hate mobs and angry mobs and kicked out someone who has been such a big advocate and has put in so much love and work into this community. And it's sad to see, and I have to stand up here for my reputation and say, yeah, you look at the 5% worst things I've said out of context, but if you look at my actions, not a criminal, not a cheater, really charitable dude who's been a massive advocate for the game. And it's sad that WotC allowed a massive group to basically shit on me and then kick me out of the game, add insult to injury. I really think they picked the wrong side. I understand where they're coming from. And let me say this, welcome and much love, Trav here. Appreciate everyone. I'm going to be fine. My new life is going to be more fun. I'm okay on money. I protected myself from events like this. And I'm really sour grapes about the Pro Tour. That was a good bucket list thing, but I don't need more of that, so I'm going to be okay. Also, I do feel that I created the situation in a lot of ways, and I take responsibility for it. And I concede a point, which is that Magic for Bad was a malevolent garden that I created, and I really didn't tend to it nearly as well as I could have. I did create more mods somewhere along the way, but it seems like they left the group. And I think most of the stuff was satirical, funny, and okay. It was never meant to be a place where people dox or anything like that. And it does seem like there was some, I did see in the end some encouragement of going and tweeting at people and stuff like that, which I'm against. So I have to concede a point and say I was wrong. That doesn't mean, though, that I'm conceding every point. That doesn't mean, though, that I'm saying it's okay for a massive mob mentality to shit on someone in the community and for Wizards to force them out. I think that's wrong, too, you know, a nuanced point of view here. I see a lot of people think hey, Trav, you're being a pussy for admitting any wrongdoing. No, that's just the right thing to do, actually. Especially if you feel you could have done a better job. I think that's fine, right? Now, to this point, do I think that someone should be banned for things said in a private Facebook group that is intended to be satirical? Maybe it didn't always play out that way. Do I think that someone I disagree with should be banned from the game? Well, if I want the game to exist, then I think it's important for a couple things. That Wizards protects, and here, again, I'm not a victim here, and I understand that I created this situation in many ways. But you look at what happened, it was not me targeting other people. It was a lot of other people jumping and dogpiling on me. And instead of Wizards saying, enough of the dogpiles, they really encouraged the dogpiling even more by saying, all right, we see you dogpiling this dude, let's get rid of him for a year. Basically take him off the Pro Tour, take away all his pro points. Doesn't matter how much time he put in. Doesn't matter how much he's advocated for the game and Magic for Good and his YouTube and Twitter over the years. It doesn't matter. Let's get rid of him. Doesn't matter that he's Asian dude and that the game's majority white. Let's get rid of him. It doesn't matter that he's got a following. He's a bad person because the worst 5% of what he said out of context is really bad. Let's get rid of him. You know, I'm not a huge fan of being in. You know, that's a tough spot to be in the community because the precedent is, especially because it wasn't just me who was suspended, but there was a dozen people, and a lot of people were warned. If you said the wrong thing on social media at any point, if they're going to consistently enforce this, the precedent is you can and will be suspended, right? If they enforce that fairly across. It's also if enough people don't like you and dogpile you and attack you, then you could also be suspended. People will dig out the worst dirt on you and so on. So I just wanted to be clear on that for those of you who are like, Trav, you didn't stand up, you bent the knee too much. Look, I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be fine. It's going to be good, and I appreciate all of you. And I'm very positive about it, and I created this situation, and I was wrong about certain things, and I could have done a better job, and I was also wronged, and I think Wizards made a mistake, and I think the community, a lot of the Magic community has been enabled to continue to dogpile and shit on and treat bad people awfully, and the Magic community has been really limited from discourse, and facilitating the mods just doing a horrible job all across Facebook, banning anyone who supports me, and Magic Redditing is out of control, and Twitter is a disgusting place, and et cetera, et cetera. So just want to clear up my position, like, because I've been asked to do this, make this video. I've seen a lot of lies about me and half-truths about things that I did or didn't do. And at the end of the day, you know me in person, and it's okay. It's all right. So just wanted to share that with you, and again say I appreciate all of you. Appreciate all of you. I'm all right, and I'm excited for this next thing. And I take responsibility, and I could have done things better. And I got shit on. And you may, there's a precedent of more people will get shit on. So that's all right, though. If you want to keep going with Magic, that's great. Do it. It was worth it for me. Definitely was worth it for me. It was a good time. Am I going to come back and grind in a year? Very unlikely, because, they can always dig up other things I've said. And if a bunch of people decide they don't like me, WotC will act. So it's hard for me to really want to be invested in that again. I'm doing other things. But if you want help, that's cool too. We'll help you with the mastermind. Link to that below. Coaching, if you want help, or if you want to read my book, I think we are like 5 sales away from hitting break even, which is pretty cool. So you should check that out if you haven't read it. It's fun. It reads goes right up through my life till this point. So there'll be a fun sequel. Anyways, appreciate you guys. Thank you all. It'll be okay. Y'all can chill out though. It's fine. I'm moving on. Accepted it.